In college algebra, we started polynomial functions. So here's an example of a polynomial function. You have many terms usually. X is not in the denominator. So graphs that we just looked at, graphs like y equals x, y equals x squared, those are polynomial functions. They're just pretty simple. And it gets a little bit more complicated with all the exponents like that. Today we're looking at end behavior. Just what is the graph doing on the left? What's it doing on the right? For example, y equals x, that is going down on the left, going up on the right. If I throw a negative in front of it, it flips and it's going up on the left, down on the right. What happens if it's squared? It looks like this. What happens if it's y equals negative x squared? It's flipped upside down, right? All we're doing is predicting that end behavior. So for example, this one right here, n is the largest exponent, that 5. It is odd. That tells me many things. I look at the sign of the lead coefficient. And it is positive. That tells me the end behavior on the left is going down, and on the right is going up. That function is actually very similar to this function right here. We're going to make a table. So if I just totally confused you, hold on, we're going to make a table, and this will be a lot easier. So in our table, let's make a vertical line right there, and a sideways line right there. Let's rewrite some things. I should have typed this, by the way, and I don't know why I didn't. If n is odd, sign of lead, end behavior. If n is even, sign of lead, end behavior. So you guys actually saw all the answers with those graphs that I made a second ago. If n is odd and the sign is positive, that means on the left, it's going down, and on the right, it's going up. If n is odd and the sign is negative, those are flipped. On the left, it's going up. On the right, it's going down. If n is even, it should be symmetric. If it's positive, on the left, it is up. On the right, it is down. If n is even and the sign is negative, on the left, it is down. Whoops, I messed up a second ago. Back up a little bit. I can't believe I did that. I even said what it did and I wrote the wrong word. It is up. That was an error. So it should say up right there. If it's negative, left is down and right is down. All right, now it's right. Sorry about that. I think I was thinking ahead. All right, what we're going to do is flip to that table when we get to each of the problems on the back. So feel free to flip back and forth. This should be pretty easy. N is 3. That means it's odd. The lead coefficient is 1, which is positive. So we are looking at the part of the table that says odd and positive. On the left, it's going down. On the right, it's going up. And that's it. This is your answer. For number 2, N is odd. And the sign of the lead is negative. So that means the end behavior left is going up and right is going down. This one N is even. And sign of lead is negative. It's like sometimes when I write, it's not registering. Kind of weird. Maybe I'm writing too fast. If it's even and negative, flip to the table, and it is going down and down. All right, I'm going to scroll to the last 3. N is odd. Sign is positive. You should try these before I write it. Maybe hit pause and see if you can finish it out. Here, I'm just going to write all this stuff down and you guys try and fill in the blanks. I'll fill it in a second. All right, hopefully you figured it out. So N is odd, it should be alternating. If it's positive, that means it's starting down and it ends up. If N is even and the sign is negative, it's down and down. And lastly, if it's even and the sign is positive, both sides are going up. And that's it. Use that table we made on the front. It'll make it a lot easier. Y'all have a great day. See you later.